Hey everyone, my name is Vola and I created this channel specifically for my friends who were requesting recipes of Russian food or especially my cake. So I decided to start this channel with this video about my cake Napoleon that I make and everyone loves it. So I thought it's a good time for now because it is a quarantine and people will cook. So what else we have to do right now? We have nothing. So these lonely nights we can at least cook and do something. So on this channel I'm going to show you more Russian recipes of Russian dishes and Russian cuisine. So if you're interested, subscribe to this channel and let me introduce you to ingredients for this cake. We'll start with the pastry or dough, whatever. For this recipe, we're gonna need 3 cups of regular flour, all-purpose flour. I have a 1 cup here just to make sure that I can have it if I need it more. So we need 3 eggs, 1 cup of shortening. You can use margarine, you can use butter, whatever you prefer, and 1 cup of sour cream. So first, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start mixing margarine, shortening and flour together, and we're gonna get a little bit dirty because this is something I don't like to do with a spoon or spatula. I really prefer to do it with my hands. So here we're gonna start just crumbling all together. It's better when it's a little bit more harder, not this soft as my shortening today. But yeah, we're just gonna mix it all together into crumbs until it's all even. It looks good crumbles, as you can see. I'll show you closer. Good crumbles. That's what you want, this effect, just like that. So you can stick it together, you can break it, stick it, break it. Looks good. So then we just dump eggs and sour cream there. Eggs, sour cream, and then we just mix it all together. And you mix it until it stops sticking to your hands. So you're just mixing it like that. At this point, I really prefer to knead it on a table instead of a bowl. So you just take it out and just knead it like that. When it sticks out from your hands, that's the point when you can just roll it down. So I just roll it and cut it in 7 or 8 pieces. Get some flour on the plate so it won't stick to the plate, because we have to refrigerate it for an hour now. So we'll just cut it to even pieces. So you have it like this, then you put this to the fridge for an hour. While we wait for the dough to chill in the fridge for an hour, we can spend our time wisely and prepare a cream. So it's a really special cream, it's super sweet, so we didn't put any sugar in the dough because I have 3 cups of sugar right here. So what we need is 3 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, 3 eggs, and 32 ounces of milk, so 1 liter. And so I prefer to use a real spoon, and I'm trying to put a little bit more than just a tablespoon. So I do 3 full tablespoons of flour, then just mix it all together, sugar and flour. After that you add eggs. So after you add eggs, you just have to mix it all together so it will be even. So after you have this kind of thing here, after you mix it all together, you just put milk there. Some people just pour a little bit and then boil milk separately, but I prefer just to put all of it, mix it all together, and then put it on the fire. So yeah, you have to use your stove after you mix all of this. So it looks good. Now we have to boil it. Let's go. And so before you put it on the stove, just make sure that you prepare a cup of butter. And if you want to add vanilla, you can add vanilla in the end. But yeah, after it boils, we will drop butter in here. So let's go to the stove now. So here we're just gonna put it on high, put it on a stove, and you have to stir it constantly. You cannot stop because it will burn on the bottom. So you just stir it all the time. That's how we roll. We just stir it. So it will take not more than 5 minutes. So don't on the high. It should take really fast. And the thickness of the cream is actually depends on how much flour you're gonna put in there. So make sure that you put enough flour in the cream. So now, as you can see, it's coming closer to the boiling. So it's not that liquid anymore. And when I'm stirring, I'm trying to cover all of the bottom there, so to avoid just like something to stick there and burn. So that's what we have to do. And when you see the bubbles coming up, that means you're really close to the end. So I see the bubbles right now. I'll just let it to boil for a moment. It will just make it a little bit more thicker. Then I'm gonna throw the butter I prepared before I started, and just stir it again. Just stir it to butter melt. I have this vanilla artificial flavor, so it doesn't look really thick though, but don't worry about that. If you'll see that when gonna cool down, it's gonna be thicker, so don't worry. We're not gonna use it right now because we still have our dough in the fridge, so we just have to wait until the dough cools down. So I'm just gonna stir it a little bit here, and if you can put it to the colder place. So this is probably the hardest part because we have to roll it down now. Just roll it to the circles. I forgot something. Let me take it. So we got our dough from the fridge. I still have my flour here for the rolling. What you would need, you need a fork and a knife. I will explain it later. And obviously you need to roll a pin. And I'm gonna use this lid. It's the biggest lid in my house, so I'm gonna use it as a pattern. And we're gonna use this tray for pizza to bake each layer. So this cake goes by layers, and we have to bake those separately, so it takes a little bit of time. So if you take it out from the fridge, you can knead it again. Just knead it a little bit, so it would be a little bit more flexible. Then you put a little bit of flour here, grab it here, and just start rolling as you usually do. How do you roll? I don't know. Like just push it nice, and I'm trying to make it circle while I roll, so it would be nicer for me to cut afterwards. So yeah, you have to actually roll it until you can see through, so it should be a little bit thinner. So then you take it, then you put a lid here, and you cut the leftovers. I actually leave leftovers there on a tray here because we're gonna use them to make crumbles. Well, like not really nice here, but it's okay. So you make crumbles that you will put on the top of the cake, and then you take a fork and you have to make as many holes as you can to avoid bubbling, because it's gonna bring bubbles here. This is good. I preheat my oven for 400 degrees, and we're just gonna drop it there, and you just have to watch it. You will take it off when it's golden. I'll show you. After your oven is hot enough, you just take it and put it in there until it's golden. So let me show it to you. At this moment you probably want to take it out from the oven because you see it's like pretty golden here. We got a little bit too overcooked here, but it's okay as long as our main guy is good. So then I just take it off. Oh, it's hard to see with my hand. Put it here. And a small guys, you just drop it somewhere. I'm just gonna use another pot here. Just drop it there. After it cools down, we're gonna crumble it and decorate our cake with it. Okay, so you do the same, all the same with all others. Let me do it really quick for you. We're almost there, just bear with me a little bit longer. So here we have our crumbles. I haven't crumbled it yet. Here's all of our layers here, and our cream, you can see it's a lot thicker now than it was when I was doing it, so it's good. Sometimes I really like to drop a few spoons of cream on the plate itself, so it will stay and not move, and I will put the cream on the first layer. Don't be afraid to push it. Don't be afraid to break the layers because it's all okay. After it will soak in the cream, it will all look fine. Actually, I have one broken layer here. I broke it while I was doing it. But yeah, you just put the cream here, then put next layer. This one is ugly one. You can push it and break it. Don't worry about that. It will be all fine here. Then we put next layer. After you get every layer here, you just have to kind of go here and just make sure that it has enough cream on the sides here. So because we'll put some crumbles on the side as well. So just take a spoon and make sure that everything is greased here. So crumbles, I just take them with my hands and just break them as small as I can. I just put them on the top first. After you put it all together with the cream, and you can use decorations of your choice. I'm using crumbles. It's just how we do it in Russia. But after you do this, it has to take some time to get softer. So you can't eat it right away. You have to wait for like at least 2 hours. So I put it to the fridge right now, and this is how it looks after. I hope you enjoyed this cake. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, share this video with your friends and family. I promise you will not regret if you will try to cook this. It will take a little bit longer than it takes for me right now because I've been cooking this for like 7 years now, so I can cook it within like an hour and a half. But for you, it might take like 2.5 hours. But if you will just watch this video a few times through, then you will just do what I do. It will not be too difficult. So I hope you'll enjoy it. I will leave all the ingredients in the description. So just subscribe to my channel and I'll see you. Good luck with the cake.